had gone to try something on. It's my own idea, of course. Mother was against it, and so was the assistant. But I insisted. As soon as I tried it on, I knew they'd be right. It just didn't suit me. I looked silly in the thing. Well, when this girl brought the dress up from the workroom, and the assistant, Miss Frances, had asked her something about it, she held the dress up, as if she was wearing it. And it just suited her. She was the right type for it. Just I was the wrong. Well, when I tried it on, I knew it was all wrong. I caught sight of this girl, smiling at Miss Frances, as if to say, oh, doesn't she look awful? Well, I was very furious, and I was rude to the both of them, and I went to the manager and I said, this girl had been very impertinent, and how could I know what would have happened next? If she'd been some miserable, plain little creature, I don't suppose I would have done it. She wasn't. She was a very pretty girl. And that didn't help. She looked as if she could take care of herself. I couldn't feel sorry for her.
I pray thee tarry, pause a day or two before you hazard, for in choosing wrong I lose your company. There is something tells me, but it is not love, that I would not lose you. And you know yourself hate counsels not in such quality. But lest you should not understand me well, and yet maiden hath no tongue but thought, I would detain you here some month or two, before you venture for me. I could teach you how to choose right, but then I am forsworn. So may you miss me. But if you do, you'll make me wish a sin, that I had been forsworn. Beshrew your eyes, they have overlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours. Mine own I would say, but if mine then yours, and so all yours. Oh, these naughty times. Put bars between the owners and their rights, and so though yours, not yours, prove it so. Let fortune go to hell for it, not I. I speak too long. 'Tis to peace the time, to eke it and draw it out in length, to stay you from election.
Her own hand did it, you that have not seen and shall not see, this worst shall suffer the less, but I that saw will remember and will tell what I remember of her last agony. You saw her cross the threshold, in desperate passion, straight to her bridal bed. She hurried, fastening her fingers in her hair, there in her chamber, the doors flung sharply to. She cried aloud to Laius, long since dead, remembering the son she bore long since, the son by whom the sire was slain, and the son to whom the mother bore yet other children, fruits of luckless misbegetting. There she bewailed the twice confounded issue of her wifehood, husband begotten of husband, child of child, so much that we heard. Her death was, it was hidden from us, before we could see out her tragedy. The king broke in with piercing cries, and all had eyes only for him. This way and that he strode among us. A sword, he cried. Where's that wife? No wife of mine. That soil where I was sown, and whence I reap my harvest. While thus he raved, some demon guided him, but none of us dared speak to where she was. As if in answer to some leader's call, within wild hallooing cries, he hurled himself upon the locked doors. Bending by main force, the bolts out of their sockets and stumbled in. We saw a knotted pendulum, a noose, a strangled woman swinging before our eyes.